Down the vent it went.
There it goes. We got 3 visitors.
No, he was fine. I should have. No, it's one that I tell the guy the frame no good and it shouldn't be fixed. He says anyway. Okay. Oh yeah. Just left God glove. Okay. Gonna match the plate. I don't get. All right. Call meeting order. We have minutes and stuff here. An agenda. So we did, oh, we need a motion to accept the minutes. Second. We approve payroll. Department heads, we got one. Cliff has a water issue at his house. Like none. So.
Oh, yeah, that's an issue.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. So I can give you his report. Plowed snow, he plowed more snow, then he plowed more snow.
Trees.
And pushed some trees out of the way.
I said they did a good job too. I think so too.
Yeah, I think they did.
What they had?
For 3 guys.
Yeah.
You know, they had a part-timer for a little while, but he went home.
You get scared.
He broke the wing off the truck, he went home.
Oh.
Oh, you took the light post down, so let's keep going.
But no, they did very well. Everything's opened up and everything was opened up yesterday, so. Just to see him, he finish up some power stuff and down to be back to normal again.
Oh, you should see another store here right now.
Yeah.
It's like a convention.
Oh, it should be all up in the whole town now. We're off the list.
All right,
Yeah.
they said they're gonna hit it hard this morning when I talked to them.
We 25 bucks in here yesterday.
Yeah.
I was around talking to a few people and the CMP people. Said, if you need anything, call us, we'll come right to you.
Yeah, and you know, it's too bad we didn't know because we could have given the community center all, you know, if they had sleeping bags or something, they could have just gone in there and stayed warm or something, you know, because this road had power fairly quick, so. We can think of that next time with the town garage when it gets a generator.
We're gonna be doing it Friday.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
stop.
All over again.
Got the.
It's ice, it's ice, snow,
And rain.
rain, ice, snow.
Wind.
And when?
Yes.
Cause then the wind twist.
Yeah, earlier today, wind was 35 here, now it's already up to 50. So it's gonna be interesting.
Well, that crew did a pretty good job and I had a small crew out, I think 2 or 3 people out most of the night. Don was out most of the night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Cliff kudos, he had to plow a driveway to get the ambulance and pick up a person.
Yep.
You know, that's I said, we've always had that set up, we went practically, we had an issue.
Yep.
We need to get in the town.
Private drive, yeah.
They did a good job. I can't, say that I couldn't get out. They don't allow me to go out yet.
That's right. I said you probably jumping the bit up there.
Well, I was actually dispatching them because they come on my computer
Oh.
5 to 7 minutes prior to them getting called, so I was dispatching them out where they had to go. By the time the phones went up, they were done. So that worked. He thought that works really well. I know. When the dispatcher sending them out, they send it out with a computer. And they poke it out, so it frees up the dispatches.
Yeah.
So then I'll look into that. Which worked really well. And the other thing we did is that we did have a meeting with Dick was there, Bob. We had a meeting with EMA office for hazard mitigation. And we could put some roads back on that we're taking, that we're done. And completed, that we can put back on, put you hill back on the list. Gonna get a price of drainage to that soft spot in the middle.
Yep.
And I can also put in now for, I'm gonna put in for a generator for the community center. What's that?
How about the 2 spots in town that have ledge sticking into the road?
Something we can look at, and can't get a place of breaking it up.
Yeah.
That's
Either hammering it or blasting it, you know.
all these places we got, we just have to go out, look at it, see what we got, and get a price on it.
Sure.
The one that we, Druid Hill was done back in 2009, we still got an issue there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of staff up there when we got out here.
Me too.
So, she said that might put it back on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get some pricing, some sort of an under drain again, or bigger one, or something to put in there. Put that price up there, so if we have a disaster, that can be used as, if we did the bridge. The government gives us 75%.
Good.
So. A lot of work, a lot of paperwork. Continuing on.
Okay, well, it's good.
And I did work on the, put a sand with Wanda today.
Yep.
We're trying to get that straightened out. She didn't get back from them today, so I'm gonna hound them tomorrow. So I can get that
Well,
going.
they said 48 hours the other day.
Yeah, what's it? So I called them today, and they're supposed to call them back. So I'm gonna hound them again tomorrow.
Yeah. Good.
That's what they told me to do. Just as soon as I get that, then I can contact. To get that going.
Good. Be nice to get that done.
Get the wood.
That's the generator, right?
That's the generator.
Thank you.
The other one's gonna be for the community center, start working on that one. If I put it on the hazard mitigation plan, and we have a disaster, that's something that they would look at.
Yep.
I wanna set that, I wanna start working on that too, get that set up as a warming, shelter, or a place to go.
Yep, so get a couple of showers in there.
Put some showers in it, we'll look at that. See if we find someone, what's gonna cost, I can put that cost in there too.
Good. Seeing you get the correspondence folder, anything good?
We're gonna pave 113, looking for bids starting March of next year, happen during the summer months. And that's for.
Was it?
Committee. And coverage, yeah. Main. Bob with the assessing, yeah, send them off mail.
Yeah, you got them, I got mine. Look at money, I already did mine, now we can do it again.
You just built it.
Well, we got $2012.50 in the election, so the referendum thing, we should have now. Use office cop.
Good. Nothing big. All right, well, St. Patrick's here, we'll ask him. About the bit, the RFPs that come in.
Yeah, we got two topics to talk about. We got proposals from 6 different providers. I won't say that I've been through them well enough to be able to speak intelligently about all of them yet.
Yeah.
But we got proposals from some folks I know, and some folks I don't. We heard from Consolidated. We heard from Charter, which is Spectrum. We heard from GWI, we heard from Matrix, we heard from Sebago Fiber, which I've never heard of before, and actually it was an out-of-state firm. They got one other gig way up in like Machias.
Oh, wow.
Where they've done it. They got a product that's nearly complete on it. So we saw everything in those proposals as we expected, for ownership models, for operation models. Providers saying we'll help you build it, but then you gotta sign a contract and keep us on as the option. Again,
Yeah.
so, you know, take some doing to get through it all and really try to understand what's best for us.
Good.
So that's working. Join us, I think tomorrow night we have a meeting. If you want to join us, you can. We'll be talking exclusively about proposals. The other thing, I sent you guys an email about timing and a referendum vote. I don't claim to know what state law is mandating, but both Katie Haley and Freiberg and Betty Legoff in Denmark were concerned about whether we needed to already have our warrant article written by now in order to have a referendum vote in mid to late February. And of course, we can't have an article written now. We don't know,
Right.
we don't even know anything about pricing. And so that's the real concern is, can we actually legally get together a referendum vote? Any informed meetings that have to happen before then? And an article written.
90 days.
Yeah, 90 days before, you can't have like, 90 days before, it's gotta have all the hearing.
Before vote for map,
The open town, yeah.
well, the 30 days prior to the vote taking place for what's the absentee ballots.
Yeah.
And then within the 60 days, we have to have 2 informational hearings. I think it's that's the 90-day.
Gonna make it tight.
It'll make it real tight. In fact. Sitting here without looking at my notes, I don't want to quote exactly what Betty and Katie shared with us. But the sum total was that they think that in order to meet all the statutes. We would already have to have our article written and already have the public communication out there that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That we passed that deadline, so, you know. If that's all correct, then the clear implication is we gotta start talking open meeting rather than open special town meeting rather than referendum vote, but. I'm not. here to
That's the
tell you.
same, isn't it?
No,
So according to Katie, the open town meeting,
yeah, it's like 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah.
It's just one single informational and then debate.
And my understanding is the reason for that is you get all the discussion there at the open town
Correct.
meeting.
Yep.
So people can ask their questions and get their answers before they have to vote. That's why you gotta go so long on a referendum vote, because they're just gonna show up and make the ballot go home.
Yeah, and we still don't know what the money is yet.
We still don't know what the money is yet. There are a bunch of questions. We obviously can't read it a warrant.
Right.
And nobody's asked. So, that's one more piece of information that's worth keeping up. I believe you'll see us meet every Wednesday from here through the month of January and probably deep into February too, so. With some one-offs here and there. It's gonna be really busy for us for the next couple of months. But this is the exciting part.
Good.
6 proposals, Ricky, 6 of them,
I'm impressed.
bona fide.
I was expecting 1, possibly 2.
No,
And that was
we have a very attractive region
Oh, in the beginning, we could only get 2 companies to even
to
talk.
even answer the phone.
Yeah, and the second one was a joke. Because they just were like, well,
Yeah, totally.
kind of hemmed and hawed about the whole thing.
Well, the one that we liked back in those days, Matrix, is one of the ones that responded. I haven't read his proposal yet, but
He was the one that was at the school answering.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he seemed like he had his stuff together.
Yeah, I wouldn't be excited about Fitty golf.
And it's not even Fidium, it's Consolidated Communications. It's what I'll tell you is that Consolidated Communications does have a 100% fiber to every premise. Every house and business in the region.
Yep.
And Spectrum's proposal looked like they weren't gonna do anything for anybody that already had Spectrum. They were gonna run new fiber to homes that aren't currently served, so.
So in town, we're perfect.
In this town would be perfect for Freiburg, for instance, would totally get the shaft there.
Yeah.
Because
Denmark too.
they're almost totally
Yeah.
covered in Freiburg. Denmark's less, but. Yeah, so. So we've got some learning still to do, but it's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this.
Good. Good.
That timing is something we're gonna have to get work right out.
Only thing I got is the international, the head is bad, the sleeves of the exhaust valves have come out of it. And they're supposed to be pressed in, and it's already been heel coiled.
It's already been what?
Heel coiled,
The helical
threads hold. So, they wanted, $10,000 for a new head. And I found a rebuilt at, Riding for 2,400.
Sounds like a deal to me.
That's where we go.
So either Cliff will go get it, or I'll go get it or something and get it over to Auburn and get the thing back up and running.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, surprised with that.
Oh, yeah. And a new one doesn't come with valves, so they gotta change everything over. And the reman comes with all the valves and just ejection cups and O-rings. Yeah,
There's not that many miles or hours on it, is there?
Quite a few. Yeah, you got that. We were like,
the problem with that is it runs so hot because it's working so hard,
she definitely gets work.
but I mean,
No way to cool it down.
No. And that's all I got. Anybody else? Wow,
Make motion.
you're gonna second it?
Second,
Hey, leave it. All right, we're done.
Take an easy one here, Nick.
Yeah, huh? Have a good Christmas, everybody.
There is a Santa Claus.
They do on the 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd, John, 22nd.